Hello, how are all of you? Ooh, someone messaged me. It's my assistant messaging me right as I went live. Sorry about that. How are all of you? So, I wanted to do a bit of a collective chat, and then I want to do a reading for the divine feminine. And I want to explain to you what the divine feminine is also, because not all women are of divine feminine nature, and some of them never will be. But I first want to explain to you basically what we're going through as a collective. It's a paradigm shift. So what exactly is a paradigm shift? What is a paradigm shift? So as you come on here, tell me where you are tuning in from. First thing I want to say is I want to thank all of you who reached out to me about my rescue dog, Maverick. I had shared on a few of my platforms, Facebook, Instagram. He had eaten a poisonous seed from a palm tree and was rushed to emergency vet care on Saturday. And I can't even begin to thank all of you. There were hundreds of people that reached out offering to help. Some people did help and without me even asking. And I was just humbled with gratitude. And I just want to thank each and every one of you. So what is a paradigm shift? Well, let's talk about let's go to the book. Let's talk about what the Bible says a paradigm shift is. So, a paradigm shift is a change in the collective of a way of doing, being, or thinking. But the Bible says, don't copy the behavior and customs of this world or another, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. So let's talk about that again. Don't copy the behavior. This is from the Bible about a paradigm shift. Go ahead and hit the like button and tell me where you're tuning in from as you come in. So, the Bible says when it comes to a paradigm shift, do not copy the behavior and customs of this world or another, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. So, what does that mean? Well, when we copy another, when we look to another, when we look to others to what we should be doing, it's not of God, it's of the devil. So we really need to learn to go our own way. And I'm pretty harsh on people when I see people that are not authentic and conscious in their creations and their creative, endeavors and their when I see things like clout chasing and things like that, I become the biggest whistleblower on the planet. I become very open and loud. And so the paradigm we've just moved into is when people that were previously writing coattails, copying, all that, the, it's a new paradigm. They're finally finding their own way. So in a way, we have to look at this as a very, very positive thing. They're no longer of the devil, they're of God. Or they're trying to go the route of being more authentic and being more themselves. That's beautiful. Now, what does this have to do with the divine feminine collective? Well, can a woman who is not of divine feminine nature become a divine feminine? Not really. It's kind of like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree type saying. Doesn't matter that the social class you're born into or the money or anything like that. It's basically has a lot to do with your lineage, how you were raised. Have you honored your body up until this moment? Or have you had a lot of intimate partners? Have you been all over the place? You know, not that there's anything wrong with it, but were you belting out kids at 18, 19, 20, 21? Were you while you were unwed? Like it's choices. It's choices. And we all have room for change and improvement. But this reading I'm going to do tonight is for the truly divine feminine, the ones who know who they are, have never clout chased, have never been promiscuous, have always, not been, I'm not to sound righteous, but who have always really honored their shadow self while remaining themselves. So I'm using my new deck, The Lessons of the Mystical Muse, self-care on the top. Hydration could be important right now. Also yoga. I feel like some of you are getting back into yoga. I feel like some of you, if you're a divine feminine, you're very into fasting. Some of you could have miscarried anytime over the past 10 years. But I feel like for a lot of you, your gut health, fasting, self-care is of the utmost importance at this time. I just did an awesome video on gut health on Andrea Cox TV live today, so go check that out. But I feel like for a lot of you, you have choices. You have choices in love. You have choices on where to live. Some of you could be considering moving, and you're needing to make that choice pretty quickly. I feel like you have choices on career paths, whether to change career paths. I feel like, here's what I'm getting. I feel like if some of you have been in the limelight for a very long time, you're ready for love. I feel like for those of you who are tuning in, we're doing a divine feminine reading for those who are single. We have soul's mission, ley lines, and landscapes. So definitely check out the post I made today on Raw Chef Andrea on Instagram about trust where you are led. So some of you could be into sound healing. You could be yoga, Pilates instructors. You could be speakers, writers. You could have had trouble in the past believing that the power is within you. But I feel like for the divine feminine I'm speaking to, you've always known the powers within you. Like you've always been confident. But I feel like along your path, you had a lot of people trying to tear down your confidence. You had a lot of people trying to keep you single, possibly until you got older. They just didn't want to see you with anyone else out of their own jealousy, envy, covetousness. I feel like you're a very angelic beauty. I feel like your angels and guides were like, okay, if these people are going to try to disrupt the divine feminine's flow, keep her from love, doing spell work on her, whatever they were doing, I feel like your angels, your guides, and your protectors, they kept you extremely beautiful. Like, I feel like you look back at pictures of yourself 10 years ago and you look in the mirror now and you're far more attractive than you were 10 years ago. I'll tell you what, I just shared a photo in my stories everywhere. I was leaning up against like a car I loved. It was a little black SLK. I had it for like 10 years. Got it brand new, ordered it online. It was a little Mercedes. And got it in my 20s, had it into my 30s. And I looked at this picture of myself. It came up as a Facebook memory. It was from 10 years ago. I just finished like a 2-week fast at a facility, and I looked bloated. My hair was brittle and dry, and I just didn't look good. And I look at myself now and I'm very happy with my appearance. You know, my hair's down to my ass. It's all mine. It's thick, it's luscious. My skin glows. My body is on point. I don't even have to hardly do anything. And I feel like for the divine feminine I'm channeling tonight, this is you as well. You had people trying to interrupt your life, and they were slapped with the proverbial ugly stick while you were slapped with the beauty stick. So we have the card Angelic Beauty from my new deck and Embrace. You're being called to embrace your angelic beauty because everyone around you sees it. Everyone, even if you don't see it in yourself. I feel like whoever I am channeling, you have many options and not just in love. So let's ask Ascended Masters, Jesus, Spirit, Guides, please channel these messages through me. Please protect my energy, my animals' energy, my family's energy, my home's energy, and protect those who are tuning in. Please help them tap into their ancestors and the divine messages that are meant for them and no one else. So what I want you guys to do, because I read for several people, thousands of people by the time this airs, I want you to take the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest. Inner saboteur. So I actually feel like this belongs to the person that's been targeting you. Someone is a saboteur and they sabotage themselves a lot. I feel like this could be with drugs, alcohol, several intimate partners in the past that they had, or just really jealous, vindictive actions. If this is another female, just really jealous, deceptive actions towards you that were not in line with Jesus, with the divine light, with the divine power. Karmic clearing. You've cleared this out. It just trumps the card before it. So it's interesting. The inner saboteur card, the woman's very dark looking. She's just very unattractive. She looks like a woman that could be in her 30s, but actually looks possibly like she's in her late 40s. So like someone who's aged not well. Dry hair. In this card, she's got kind of brown hair with light in it, some light streaks. And she's into the dark arts. We can see she's holding a black candle. This is someone who's into witchcraft. This is someone who's into darkness. And then we've got this karmic clearing card on top of it. Beautiful, tall, thin, curvaceous woman. Crystals all around her. I'm noticing the broken glass. It's so weird. I designed this card a year ago, and broken glass holds so much significance to me now. I'm sorry about the fan on my computer. I need a new Mac. My birthday's in 7 days, so maybe that'll be I need a new Mac and a new Apple iPhone with maximum storage, and I need a trip to Mexico to get my anyway. So in this karmic clearing card, it's like a woman has made a circle around herself. There's crystals, there's broken glass, but she's stepping right on it without getting injured. There's a tree coming out of the ceiling of this dome she's in. Very beautiful body. She's very kind of busty, curvaceous. Thick hair. And she's looking up at this hole in this dome, and she's seeing a way out. So she's seeing away from these people in the past. that she's been trying to leave behind for years, but that have just been like, I'm almost seeing like people trying to shackle this woman down because she's such a free spirit. This could be family members. I feel like she's coming to the realization that her family's not for her. This could also be past lovers that didn't want to let her go, and then people that didn't want to let them go, so they became obsessed with this woman. I feel like this woman carries so light. She carries so much light that it's literally blinding to others. And I feel like she has turned these other people's jealousy and envy into education. I feel like she's taught these people valuable lessons. Karmic clearing. Behind that, we have hidden talents. So in the hidden talents card, I almost want to turn the viewer on so you guys can see the cards. Do you guys want me to do that? Can 3 of you say yes and I'll do it? I think it's important. I don't have anything lit here, but maybe I'll do that. I'm going to do it. Hang on. I'm going to get my little stool and I'm going to turn this on, even though it's late. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, it's actually not bright enough in here, so I'm not going to do it. Well, maybe I could make it bright. Hang on, you guys. Let me grab a light. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. Trying to kind of light it up real quick just so you guys will be able to see the cards because they're so pretty. And I want you guys to see them. But I really don't want to be on display tonight. Let's see here. Okay, I think we got it. It's not going to be the best lighting. It's not going to be all beautiful like I usually do, but I'm going to do it anyway. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, great. Excuse my nails. I just got them done the other day and I've already broke two because of the Maverick catastrophe. So I broke this one and this one. So sorry about that. Okay, so this is the karmic clearing card. You can see she's got broken glass, she's got crystals all around her, and she sees the light. So I feel like a lot of you see the light. You see how you're going to, I feel like you've already done this. I feel like you took really drastic, excuse my mess in the background. I'm actually in my kitchen in front of a fireplace. I have a fireplace in my kitchen. I feel like for a lot of you, you've already broken out of this, and I feel like you took drastic measures. So, for example, I feel like if this was going on for a long time, like these people holding on to you, I feel like you like sued them or something. I feel like you were like, okay, done. Leave me alone. I see what you're doing. I feel like recently someone reached out to you, and I feel like you sent it straight to legal. I don't even feel like you want to associate with any of these people because you know what was done. I feel like for a lot of you, I'm almost getting a gang stalking vibe. What is gang stalking? Just look it up. I feel like if you have, I almost said had. So I feel like they could have infiltrated your business, your social media, etc. I feel like if you have had or whatever a large social media following or whatever, I feel like they were all in the comments from fake accounts. They were just really, really harassing you. And I feel like this went on for years. And these were people that could not let you go. They did not want to let you go. It's almost like an I saw her first kind of weirdness. So I feel like you've cleared that out. And this was the inner saboteur card, like the dark person. You see her dark hair and then the lightness. There's good in her, but the dark person that was sabotaging someone else. So here we have you with the hidden talents. But I feel like your hidden talents were displayed, and that's what caused all this drama to begin with. People did not want to see you shine. For some of you, this was your own family members. Hello, Queen. For some of you, Super Chats is on, by the way. For some of you, this was a past jilted lover. Like you just blew up, like your everything blew up and went in a good direction the second this person, you left this person in the dust. I feel like this person lied to people around them, made them believe that like maybe you still wanted them or something, and it wasn't further from the truth. I feel like this person was harboring resentment towards you, stalking you. And I also feel like this person has a female that won't let go of them, and she was targeting you as well. You have gifts that they wanted, but I feel like they came to the conclusion with your help and your teachings that they could not have what you were creating, that they needed to create from their own experiences, their own pain, they needed to learn to transmute their own life experiences. And so good job, you taught them. Next card we have is gut health. This is my new deck, you guys, by the way. So I feel like you've been working on really balancing your body. Good gut health leads to good brain health. good sleep patterns. I feel like you've always done this, but a lot of I'm going to use kind of a cheesy old school word that my grandma used to use because I just feel like it's fitting. Like their shenanigans, their nonsense, their bullshit doesn't work anymore. But for the past year, specifically, the targeting of your work, whatever it is you do, your social media, your everything really got to your health and it affected your health. So I feel like recently you had someone come into your life that kind of woke you up. You could have had a lover come in, someone that kind of woke you up into taking better care of yourself again. So that's for that. You're being asked to keep a cleansed space. And even though this represents the home, I feel like it's also in who you invite in and don't invite in. You're being asked to not invite in codependent dynamics. So the codependency card is very, very strong here. And that can be emotionally codependent, financially codependent people that are just users. People can show up with money and treat you as some type of muse because they know the positive energy you hold. Just because someone has money doesn't mean they're wealthy. I feel like you, Divine Feminine, hold the power and the true wealth. Because without you in these people's lives, whoever this masculine is that was trying to siphon from you, they can't create. They don't make money. They continuously try to steal and siphon from you. Keep your space cleansed. I feel like you have a choice in love right now. Whoever I'm channeling, you have a choice in love. Wow, we have the rainbow bridge. So some of you just lost a pet or you went through a scare with a pet. So when I created this card, this is very significant. So that's my sweet rescue dog, Roger. That's Cypress and Phoebe Herm. Phoebe Herm was a cat that I had growing up, and Cypress was a cat I had later on. This is Louise, my hamster, but it also represents my assistant's. My assistant had, it was either a hamster or there's another name, another animal, and I can't think of what it is, but she had a little animal that looked like this that passed away when I was making this deck. So I wanted to put that in for her because she was so distraught. What are they called? Guinea pig? Hamster? I don't know. So I feel like you could have just had a scare with a pet. I feel like you could have reawakened during this process, reawaken to what you want. I feel like you really got a good glance of who is there for you and who is not. I feel like certain people showed up. If this is you, if you went through like some type of scare or something with an animal or you lost an animal, I feel like people showed up in your life recently that you never thought would show up. I know when I went through something with Maverick on Saturday, I could not believe who showed up for me. I was shocked. And it made me have a profound respect for these people. When people show up for you and they're like that ride or die, that's your tribe, that's your soul family. So you've had this realization. I also feel like you're going to have someone from your past reach out. Sorry about that. You're going to have someone from your past reach out about something that just happened. It could be about this animal, either that you lost or you went through something with. And they're going to show you that they care because they know you love your animals. You could have lost a person as well, some of you. I hate that I have 2 broken nails. You are being called to work with crystals. I feel like you're being called to protect your energy more. And I feel like you have a female you connect with or that you're about to connect with that is going to teach you how to protect your energy. You guys, go ahead and hit the like button and tell me where you're tuning in from if you're on the live. You're about to transform and beautify yourself in ways that you never thought possible. I feel like for a lot of you, you may be about to release. I don't like to use the word lose weight because then the weight finds us again. Divine Feminine, you're about to lose a significant amount of weight. And I feel like part of that weight is the weight of a man who is not for you. This man could have alcohol issues, drug issues. They could like to hang out at the bar. They could, hang out with a group of people that's just not good for them. They could have a lot of side chicks. It's just not elevated. It's just not coming from an elevated space. I also feel like going back, I'm going to shuffle this. Some of you could like to work with singing bowls. There's Maverick feeling better. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Say hello. Oh, feeling better. You're feeling better. You're so feeling better. I love you so much. Oh, stinky boy. He's on a lot of medicine, so he's kind of sorry about that, you guys. It's okay. Let me check your whites of your eyes. Make sure you're okay. Okay. Sorry. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah. He's a good boy. Okay, sorry, you guys. I have to love on him because he's been through so much. He's a good boy. Yeah. So, some of you could be called to work with animals or singing bowls, sound healing. I feel like also, whoever you are, you're a nurturer. You nurture, and this man coming into your life, this masculine, is a protect. Oh my gosh, it came out again. He's a protector. He could love animals as well, and he could love music. Wow, that was really beautiful. I really love that. I feel like he's sorry. Wow, inner saboteur again, but you have a hater around. So you're going to have to eliminate this hater somehow. And when I say eliminate, I mean block the, I don't like using the word chick because it's low vibrational, but block the chick's energy away from you. I feel like whoever you are powerful. You could be deep into yoga. You could be like an avid yogi. Whoever brings you peace, yeah, you don't let any fuckery in your life at all. You're like, no. Look how that matches my nails. I love that. The archangels are guiding you. I feel like whoever you are, I'm feeling Archangel Raphael. You know what they say? They say Crowley was Raphael. They say Raphael was a fallen angel and he became Crowley. Crowley was evil. So I feel like you have a light and a dark side. Like you are very light, you're a meditator, you're a yogi. I feel like you're someone who doesn't even like have TVs in their house. Hang on, baby. Hang on. I feel like you're like super spiritual. But if someone does something that if someone's attacking you in some way, you become that Crowley energy, you become that, ugh. So I feel like people understand this now. Again, a lot of people say Archangel Raphael was a fallen angel that became Crowley. It's like this is you. You know how to return stuff to other people, and they feel it. I feel like with one thought, oh gosh, you guys, can you guys hang on a second? You're going to see like my snow boots and everything. I'm so sorry because I'm cold. I have to let my doggy out. Hang on. I'm so sorry. Sorry, you guys. I'm probably the only person that does not care and will get up and let her dog out in the middle of a live video. I do not care. So at any rate, back to you. I feel like you are a person that does have that light and dark side to you. But I feel like it's imbalanced. Like you don't do anything to anyone who doesn't bring harm to your door. I feel like you're very protected and guarded of your energy. And the only time that you could have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, you could have a moon in Scorpio. That's someone, moon in Scorpio people, let me tell you something. Moon in Scorpio people, it's a very it's a very return to sender energy. So when there's two signs, there's two placements, there's actually there's actually like five. There's five placements that I would never, ever, ever think. I would never think of being mean to anyone anyway, but there's five placements that actually transmute energy organically. One is Libra rising. If someone has a Libra rising, Libra is known as the karmic scales of justice, like in the tarot, which goes back thousands of years. So that is a sign that automatically has like a return to sender energy. For example, if you break up with someone and you're like, oh, I want her to be single forever because she did me wrong, you'll end up single and lonely at the bar. That's a Libra rising. Moon in Scorpio, also a natural return to sender. What, baby? You went? You went to potty? You already went. You went. Wag your tail. I also feel like it's so good to see him wag his tail after what he went through. Capricorn's another energy. You really don't want to do a Capricorn wrong. Pisces, another. They're the elders of the Zodiac. They're highly spiritual. They're on their last lifetime here. Really don't want to mess with the Pisces, especially if you have Saturn in Pisces. That's like basically cutting your own hand off. So I feel like you are protected by the archangels. I feel like you have a choice in love, whoever you are. Let's see. Okay, so I feel like one of these lovers has a lot of abundance around them. We have it's on its way and abundance. So we have Jesus up here overseeing the whole thing. We have this beautiful house, these cars, and this woman just kind of like, okay, do I want this one? Or do I want to be solo dolo and have this abundance on my own? I feel like one of these suitors, first of all, I feel like these are two men that you have not been in relationships with. I feel like they have the same sign. For example, it's two male Aquariuses or two male Scorpios or two male Geminis or two male Capricorns. I feel like they both have the same sign, sun sign. I feel like they're also both in the same industry, but I feel like one is older, wiser, more settled, and has a lot more to offer you than the other. So let's pull a card on both of these men and see what we get. Let's pull a card on the younger one first. Again, this is from my new deck. We have the second shipment coming and I'm super stoked. Okay, so the younger one is currently in something that is codependent and toxic. He's got a controlling person around him. Actually, I feel like both of them have got a controlling person around them. Let me situate my dog one moment. Baby, you're going to have to be patient, okay? Patience. It's okay. So I feel like both of them have had controlling people around them. And so they both want something that's a lot more relaxed without a lot of codependency. This is so funny if you guys saw my dog right now. I've got to share this with you. He's like such a lover. Sorry about that. He has to be right up on me. Typical male. All right. So I feel like they've both been in something that was very codependent, toxic, and very controlling. I feel like if they were married before, the woman is a colossal control freak. I feel like somehow she's manipulated him into staying in this dynamic in some way, shape, or form. I feel like both of them could be into self-care, but at this point, both of them are looking for someone who can bring them peace. It's whoever brings me peace. Can you hold on, buddy? Sorry, my dog. You guys, he's so needy. I've got a codependent man sitting on my lap. Little old man. Hold on. I'll be done in a second. Let's pull a card for the older one. I get a good vibe about the older one. I feel like the older one could be between 5 and 10 years older than you. Okay. Can you wait? Can you wait? Can you wait? I feel like this older one cannot wait to be with you. Maybe you've met once, or maybe you haven't met at all, and he just cannot wait to be with you. Can you wait for 5 minutes, though? Please? Okay. Good. Okay. So let's get, I feel like both of them don't follow the crowd. So that's good. Okay, I like this one for the older one. Okay, guidance from the ancestors. Wow. So I feel like this older gentleman is heaven sent from your ancestors. Like, this is my father and grandmother here. And I feel like you've seen like a jaguar or a lion or something that represents your father and your grandmother. Like, there's something about a lion, maybe like my dad and grandma were both Leos. Maybe this person has a lion outside of their house, or they have, honey, you're going to have to wait, please. Thank you. Enough crying, okay? Be patient. It's a virtue. So I feel like you've seen a lion, and that's a symbol. You've seen a lion somewhere around this person or symbolizing this person. Let's get a card for the other person, because I feel like the other person could be slightly younger than you or your age, and he's a little unsteady within his energy. I actually wanted this card. Okay, interesting that came out. So this person thinks you're really sexy. This younger one. I feel like we have dragon, He could see you as really powerful. We did have the grow your own food card, so he could like something you do with food. He could find that really attractive. He could think that you are in his soul family. So he thinks that you guys do, share like a past life together. But this person has lost soul parts. They're still searching for themselves. I feel like this could be a player, to be honest with you, and you know this. Dog spirit. But I feel like they could have a loyal heart for you, or you have a loyal heart for them, or they see that. So they see you. Okay. So they see you as divine feminine meets divine masculine. Some of you could be in interracial relationships, but not all of you. I feel like this person sees you as a divine feminine. Like they definitely see you. You've made yourself seen. I also feel like they see you as a master healer and teacher because that is what you are. You're not someone just regurgitating information that you read or went and got a certificate for. You are a true healer, and they see that. I feel like they also see you as a hermit. We have the Hermetis card. She's going up to the top of the mountain to, create something. Honey, excuse me 1 second, you guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, he's done. He did all his business. Sorry, you guys. He's been sick, so I have to take care of him. Okay, so I do feel like they see you as somewhat of a hermit. We have the Hermetis. That's someone who basically goes to the mountains to create, to be in solitude, to figure out the ways of the world, etc. The Hermetis has excellent ideas. They're highly creative and they're highly sought after. She has the sun and the moon, so she's represented by both elements. Oftentimes, a hermit or the Hermetis is born by a Leo and a Cancer or a Leo and a Pisces because the sun represents Leo, the moon represents the two signs, Cancer and Pisces. So my dad was a Leo, my mom was a Cancer. So the Hermetis. They see you as very loyal. We have dog spirit. Dogs are very loyal. They see you as someone that's good with gardening, growing your own food. They also see you as very strong. We have the dragon. You can burn the shit out of people if you want to, and they know that you know that. They see you as very sexy. They see you as either having a family of like friends or in their soul family, like a past life soulmate. But they have lost soul parts. They have parts that they need to find of themselves. And maybe you do too. I have to tell you, I feel like you're going to go with the older one. I feel like you want the safety and stability. Yes, we had Buck Spirit, but I put it back in the card. I feel like you want whoever is going to make you feel extremely safe. And it could have to do with financial stability as well. We have peacock spirit, shine. So you're being called to shine your light. I feel like also for you, whoever allows you to shine your light without passing judgment on you, without trying to control you, without trying to dim your light, because I feel like, excuse me, I'm so sorry, you guys. So sorry. Okay. Okay. I dress like such a hobo in the evening. It's so funny. I looked like a little sex kitten about 10 hours ago, and now I look like yeah. Anyway, so I feel like for you, I feel like you both shine equally and you love that. And you want someone who supports that, not someone who tries to hide you. Like, that's a huge turnoff. How do you see this younger person? Thank you. Okay, so I feel like you do see them as new beginnings. We see this guy over here, but you also see them as stuck in their head or with responsibilities that, yeah. They also see you as having people trying to control you around you. Like, this woman is just lounging and she's got this dude looking in on her. So they do know that you have some people that have caused you issues. Sorry, hold on. Maverick, come on. Now. They also see you as being like gifted in more than one area. We have the Alchemist card. You see them as strong, but I feel like this represents this older masculine that just recently came in. And I feel like if this is someone that just recently came in your life, I mean, he just came in like within the past like 72 hours. And I feel like this is someone that's older, more established, extremely strong, extremely good looking, and extremely powerful. And I feel like if this other person has been kind of lazy on the job, so to speak, this one is coming in to give you everything you want. So, yeah, this is a man who doesn't follow the crowd. He's probably not a fan of who's in office right now. I feel like you're doing root work to protect your energetic field. I feel like this goes back to your ancestral lineage. So some of you could be of Indian descent, of African American descent, or of Scottish descent, or Irish. But I feel like this goes back to your lineage, what you do to protect your energy. I also feel like you're so powerful in what you do to protect your energy. I feel like you protect your entire family's energy. And I feel like, thank God you do, because they're oblivious to the world. They're like so sheltered in the way they see the world, maybe because of money or something else. And the work you do energetically protects everyone's energy. Like, I feel like when you move into a neighborhood, everyone starts making money. Like, just everything shifts for people. And the last card we have is Soul's Mission. You are on your divine soul's path and your divine soul's mission. You have been called here for a very specific reason, and you are serving your purpose. For a lot of you, your purpose is to trigger others in order for them to grow. So I'm not into really selling things because I don't like to sell things. You can get the deck. It's in my shop here. It's $111. It's amazing. It comes with a full Shadow Work Workbook. There's 72 cards in the deck, so it's a beautiful oracle deck. You'll love the Shadow Work Workbook. Readings limited. You can order an Akashic Record reading. My assistant will send you a link to schedule. Don't expect to get me right away. But this card is the card we used at the top of the Ascension with Andrea page. I'm really being led to encourage a lot of you to get the Ascension with Andrea program, which I will link in the description box when I close out this video. It's a 6-week program, which is so incredibly worth it, especially if in the past you were trying to get my wellness coaching, my intuitive life coaching, and you couldn't afford it. It's more of a group coaching program. We had a lot of people come on the first round and a lot of people benefit from it. So I think you'll enjoy it. All right. Okay, you guys, I love each and every one of you. I'm going to go night night and talk soon. Be well. Bye.